Hey guys, so it's the 1st of November today. It's wet and pretty horrible, to be honest. It's been over a month since I did an update on the extension, and yeah, there's been quite a lot going on. Basically, the builders have gone bankrupt, and yeah, they've left. It's a complete disaster, to be honest. I've definitely overpaid them for the amount of work they've done. As you can see, we've just about got the roof on. Still a shell inside. I'll take you around there in a minute. And yeah, there's quite a few problems, to be honest. Workmanship wasn't the greatest, let's be honest. The brickwork's great, but yeah, it's all downhill from there, really. I'll take you around now and have a look at a couple of the issues. But yeah, there's about 30 other customers of the builder who were in a similar situation to me, have lost a lot of money, and yeah, the directors are, just gone. They don't care. But yeah, I've got to find a way of finishing this mess. So let me take you on the roof. Okay, here we are on the roof now. So yeah, at first sight this looks okay, but to be honest, there's some fairly big mistakes here. Like, you can see this is called like the headlap on the tile, where it's overlapping the one above, and for some reason there's at least 150mm of headlap there, which is quite honestly way too much for what they needed on this roof. It's meant that this verging had to be cut and shut, basically. When I came to this has had some work done on it by some local roofing guys now, so it's a bit better. But yeah, these verge tiles, this is supposed to butt up to the tile. This was out here. It just looked ridiculous. It's really awful work. The flashing, now that is horrific. It's pretty major. Just for the wind noise. Some pretty major issues with this flashing, and yeah, you can see it doesn't look good, but it's basically not deep enough in the wall, which is meaning there's water just coming over the back of the lead and down the inside of the roof, so down the inside of the wall. What else have we got wrong? This gutter is just not big enough for the capacity of these roofs, so it's all of that roof over there. It's this one and this one. That's just not adequate, basically. Oh yeah, the windows, that's a sore subject as well. So I'd effectively paid for the windows already, and unfortunately went down to see the window company a couple of weeks ago, and they said no, sorry, they haven't been paid for. So yeah, I'm going to have to pay for them again, which is a nightmare. The Velux, now, yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with them, but if you try and open those from the inside, they basically close again, so that's some kind of issue. I read that might be a different spring you can get, but yeah, they basically close as soon as you open them, so that's not much good. This lead work over here is some of the worst. There's a lot of water coming in there. And the roofers I got in looked at it and said, yeah, that's not how they would do it, basically. So that's wrong. There's not much good to say, really. Gutter's not finished. I had to buy these end caps called starter kits to go on here because they were missing. I had to buy about 25 roof tiles, as they were that many broken ones. They've all been fixed now. That's cost me £300 just to have that fixed. There was supposed to be in these gaps here to stop birds going in there. There's a thing called eaves comb that just goes under there. They missed that, so all of those tiles had to be removed. As you can see, it's not rendered, and there's a entire brick missing from, I won't show you now, but on the other side there's just a brick randomly missing. Let me take you inside. You can have a look at some of the bodges in there. So this is a small selection of the stuff they left behind. Pretty messy, to be honest. So yeah, this cost about £275 for this skip, and it's taken me a good 2 weeks to fill it up. So yeah, a lot of work gone in there. Okay, this is my garage. Just looking in the garage door now. Got temporary tumble dryer and washing machine set up. So this knock through I've had to do myself because the builders just left it. It was originally a window, so that's going to be turned into a doorway, but I've had to literally do that myself. You can see this is the boiler, which is moving just around the corner there, and yeah, I had to pay for this plumbing and all of the electrics, which were originally included on the quote. So yeah, £2,000 that cost to have that first fix, plumbing and electrics. The washing machine, yeah, I've just had to hook this up myself because I needed a working washing machine. So yeah, I've just done some temporary plumbing, and that's a temporary feed to the rest of the house. So this is the main shell. They started insulating the ceiling fairly badly, really, because you can see there's a big gap. Insulation is supposed to go across the top of the cavity of the wall to join up with the existing insulation, but yeah, they haven't bothered with that. This is one of the biggest problems I've got at the moment, and yeah, it's basically a botched RSJ install. So the problem here is we've got, I think this is 130mm Thermalite block and 100mm external block work, and the steel is just two separate 100mm wide RSJs, and that has created a problem, which I think you can just see there. is that the wall above is overhanging the steel, and the building inspector saw this, and he just wasn't happy, as you can imagine. So the steel needs to be welded together with straps every 750 mil to try and resolve that. The other problem is, you can't really see it here, but those steels aren't level, especially the outside one. And also the pad stones that the steel's sitting on. I mean, look at that, it's not even remotely level. And that brings me to the next point, which is the actual packing of the above the steel. There's no mortar in there. There's a couple of bricks and a little bit of slate, but there's hardly anything, especially on the inner skin. It's barely touching the steel above, which is rather concerning, if I'm honest. So, quite honestly, I think the steel's got to come back out, at least one of them, if not both, to try and fix that. It's not going to be easy. I had a builder around to look at it, and he quoted 3,250, which seemed like a lot, but he said it was a week's work. Got the floor screed just coming up there, so we can relay this whole floor. This hole down here, they forgot to put a drain in for the sink, so I had to dig about a metre down there on my knees, basically, trying to dig that out so I could get back to the original drain, and the plumbers managed to connect that for me, which is good, so that floor can go back down there. Probably see some of the leaks coming down the wall there. Yeah. And especially bad over there. You can see where it's damp. So that pretty much covers it for now, I think. Biggest problems are, this RSJ, the roof leaking, and just the general level of finish, really. See I put some extra insulation around this window, but you can see insulation doesn't go all the way to the top of the wall for some reason. So that's not finished. Yeah, this is supposed to be a little bathroom, so there should be a stud wall here and a shower tray there. We've got the toilet in the corner there, and that needs to be closed up. Yeah, there's a lot to do. A lot to do.